Good morning, everybody. We got a big final today. Rafa Nadal versus Taylor Fritz. And I just wanted to check in with you guys. Haven't done one of these lives in a while. And it's been a pretty awesome Indian Wells. And yesterday we got to see maybe the future of tennis. I think we've all been talking about these next gens for a while and wondering who is the next real deal. And we certainly have, amazing talent, Tsitsipas and Zverev and, all these players, Medvedev. But we've really been waiting for who's going to be the next Rafa, who's going to be the next Fed, who's going to be the next Novak. And maybe we really finally saw it yesterday. Let me know what you guys think. Is Carlos Alcaraz, after yesterday, is he the clear favorite to become the heir apparent to a Rafa, to a Roger, to a Novak? I would have to say yes. I mean, at 18 years old, with all those skills and the acknowledgement from Rafa, his idol, saying this guy has got it all. Rafa literally said, the guy is unstoppable. That's a pretty strong statement from Rafa. It says he's got the passion, he's got the energy, he's got the speed around the court, he's got the power, he's got the shot making. So pretty amazing match yesterday between Rafa and Alcaraz. I mean, Rafa even says the guy reminds him a lot of himself. And, many people are even saying the guy has more weapons at Rafa's age than Rafa had. Bigger serve, absolutely true, although you can't discount the lefty factor that Rafa has on the serve. It doesn't have to be as big to be really good and effective when you're a lefty, but definitely a bigger serve. Looks to me like more power off the floor. He's able to hit through the court more, and he fights like Rafa. So we had an incredible match yesterday, and I think the thing that I'm kind of wondering, I wonder if you're wondering too, is can we really live up to what we had yesterday? We had two really amazing matches. Alcaraz versus Rafa. Obviously, that was the one everybody wanted to see, and it absolutely lived up to the billing. It was incredible. Looked like anybody could have won at any time. Rafa just again showing Alcaraz. I thought this was pretty cool. He says Rafa's got 1,000 lives, so he already knew that going into the match. So Rafa again demonstrates he does in fact have 1,000 lives when it comes to tennis, and he was able to fight and get through like he just does. He just seems to have this incredible ability to always fight and come back and somehow find a way to win. That's what he's been doing pretty much the entire Indian Wells. This has not been an easy tournament for him, but he's in the final. He's going to play Fritz today. Fritz, 3-set win against Rublev, who's been playing awesome tennis. So, you can't discount Fritz out. He's in the finals here. He's an American. He beat a very, very good quality opponent yesterday in 3 sets, and he's younger. So, who do you guys think is going to win? You're wondering at what point, with Rafa with the injury, being the foot injury, where he's off the tour for a while, he's played a lot of tennis right now in a short amount of time with a foot that he says is never going to be fully healed. He just has to learn how to deal with it. So you'd think he's human. At some point, he's got to show up looking a little tired. I would think if there's ever an opportunity for Fritz to beat Rafa, it would be today, because that match yesterday, energy-wise, Rafa knew what he was getting into. He's basically seen the future of Spain, and he wants to show, hey, I believe this kid is going to be the future, and I'm going to be cheering for him, but I don't want to give it up to him. I want to win. I'm going to do everything I can. So yesterday to me felt a lot like a final with the Alcaraz and the Nadal matchup, the energy, the emotion, the quality, everything. That seemed a lot like a final to me. So can Rafa muster up the energy and the passion and everything to show up again and turn Fritz away? I don't know. It'll be interesting. Let's see here. We got Ali is on. 20 match wins in a row, almost 36 years old. Don't even know what words to describe this guy. Absolutely. I mean, how it's amazing. That's what you think is Rafa going to show up one of these days tired? And I would think that today he might come out a little tired. What a great match. I only watched it. Was this a great match? Absolutely, it was a great match. So Fritz, on the other hand, the intimidation factor has to be there. You're going in against Rafa, the legend, who hasn't lost a match all year. So it'd be interesting to know Fritz's mind, how much of a chance does he think he has to beat Rafa today? Does he think he has a really good shot, or does he think I'm kind of tired too? Beating Rublev was draining on me, and I'm playing Rafa, who hasn't lost a match. So I think a lot of that will depend on Fritz's belief, Fritz's determination, his nerves. Is he going to go out there being nervous, playing such a big match for him? He hasn't gotten to a lot of Masters 1000 finals, and here he is at Indian Wells in the final. Will this be something that Fritz can take advantage of and go, you know what? I'm playing on my home soil. I have a lot of experience now on the tour, which he does. He's been playing better and better, it seems like. As long as he's injury-free, Fritz has had some really solid results. And so this could be a good opportunity for him to have the biggest win of his life. So I think if there's ever a chance where there's a chance for a big upset for Fritz to get through today, I think this is about as good as a chance as he's going to have against Rafa. Now, with all that being said, I think Rafa's probably saying to himself, I'd really like to just keep going. I'd like to win the Indian Wells. It just is one more notch in his belt to solidify the GOAT, because now he's all alone at 21. He hasn't lost a match, just like Ali said, and he's 36 years old. So this is kind of like, again, building his legacy, his legend. And if he can hold on to win today and win Indian Wells, that's a big deal. I think he might even tie Novak for Masters. Am I right on that? Will he tie Novak for Masters 1000s if he can win today? So I think the motivation has to be pretty high for Rafa. I'm not sure if he's signed up for Miami, but I predict if he wins today, he's probably telling himself, look, Rafa, do whatever you got to do to win, fight your booty off, get this tournament done, win it, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do about Miami in a day or two, which I'm going to predict he's probably going to say, you know what, I don't need Miami. I've done my job here on the American soil. I'm going to head over to the clay and rest up a little bit and be ready for the clay court season and make another run at the French Open. That's what I predict he's going to do. I think he's going to give everything he has, leave it all out on the court. And when Rafa does that, he wins almost all the time. So I am predicting Rafa to win. And I'm also predicting Rafa. I don't know if he signed up for Miami. I know he's done Indian Wells and Miami back-to-back before in the past. But I would think at this age, if he actually can hold on and win Indian Wells, maybe even if he loses, he's already made up his mind that he's going to need a little rest. He's got to park the car in the garage for a little bit and get those wheels ready for the clay court. That's what my prediction is. I don't think we're going to see Rafa play in Miami. I think that Taylor Fritz has a good shot to beat Rafa today. As far as he's just not going to get a better shot. He's playing in America against a Rafa that I don't know if he's tired, but you would think, gosh, he's got to be tired at this point. And he's playing well. Fritz is playing well. So he's got a shot. He's got a shot to win today. What do you guys think? What is your prediction? My prediction, not surprisingly, is a Rafael Nadal prediction to win the match. I see him winning in 2 sets. I don't see it going 3 sets. I see it being maybe 2 close sets or at least 1 close set. I think Rafa's going to take care of business. I think after he beat Alcaraz, nothing really going to stop him now. He's too experienced to have a mental letdown. Like if Alcaraz beat Rafa, I could see him having a little bit of a mental letdown today because he just beat his idol. And I could see him coming out a little flat, even though you never want to come out flat. Sometimes you can't control that. I don't see Rafa doing that. He's so used to having big wins and then having to go out there the next day. let's see what we're saying here. Rafa said in this press conference that he wasn't really feeling tired. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You never know how you wake up the next day. You never know how you wake up the next day. But it is pretty amazing, because he's also been asked several times about his foot, and he says, the foot is an injury. It's not going to go away. It's never going to be 100%. It's something that I just have to deal with right now, and I'm going to play as many matches as I can to get as much, of my legacy built. That's really what he's saying. When it's good as it can be, I'm going to be out there in the court. When it starts to get hurt again, I'm going to take time off. That's pretty much what he said he's going to do to manage the foot. I was shocked to hear that he's not that tired after having such a tough week at age 36. Yeah, it is kind of surprising. So he is saying he's feeling good. I believe he's telling the truth. I don't think he's trying to lie or hide some kind of injury, because a lot of times Rafa is very open. He will tell people how he's feeling in the press conference. If he's feeling tired, if his foot is hurting or something like that, he does seem to address that and be honest about things like that in the press conference. So if he says he's feeling good, and you got to believe him and take him at his word. And so that's not good for Taylor Fritz. But you never know how you wake up feeling the next day after such a grueling match. And he had a tough match against Nick Kyrgios too, and that's a very emotional, draining match too, when you play Nick, when Nick is on. And I know Rafa, no matter what he says, he doesn't not want to lose to Nick Kyrgios. He does not want to lose to Nick Kyrgios, and also you just got to block out all the distractions. So I think that match against Kyrgios probably a lot more tricky than people realize, to play Nick when Nick is playing so well. What he could do to you emotionally, because he's a sideshow and he's a tough opponent at the same time. So Rafa's had an emotional week and a physically draining week, but here he is again in the final, and I'm going to pick Rafa. So I just wanted to come on and say that live and wish everybody a good day and enjoy the rest of the Indian Wells tournament. I thought it was a great tournament, and Rafa again, just one more notch in his belt to really show that he is the GOAT. It's kind of weird how tennis worked. It looked for all the world that Novak was going to run away with it after the way last year finished off, winning 3 out of 4 majors, and Rafa being injured and Roger being injured, and it just looked like a wide open door for Novak to walk through and become the GOAT, and no one could catch him. And now all of a sudden, it looks the opposite. It looks like Rafa is running away with GOAT. Roger still not back on the court. Novak, you don't know how the whole pandemic thing's going to play out. If there's going to be another spike, will he be shut down from going to different countries again? Because I don't think he's going to get that vaccination ever. So, he's kind of at the will of, can the numbers stay low and people feel comfortable enough to let him come into their country and play without being vaccinated. So that's a big if. We always kind of feel like COVID's gone and it's over, when it's never really, in fact, totally gone. It just lowers and then it comes back. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this year plays out for Novak, and if he can get on the court, and how will his quality of level be, not being able to play and get really match tough like you need to do to make big runs in majors. So that's it. I just wanted to come on and say hello to everybody, and hope you have a great day out there. Rafa, you are the man, and everybody have a good one.